Hey friends, hi, Angie Hernandez here, certified hypnotherapist from the Indiana Hypnosis Center. Hey, today I have a guest blogger. That's a first for me. This is Toni Macri-Reiner from Indiana Hypnosis for Change. She's in Indianapolis and she's writing today about hypnosis for student athletes, but mostly for kids. She does a lot of that. I haven't done as much as her, so she's an expert in that. Let me know how you like Toni's approach and give me a little comment when you're done. I'll see you at the end.
Hi, my name is Toni Macri-Reiner, and I'm with Indiana Hypnosis for Change. I'm often contacted by parents or coaches to ask if I work with student athletes for anxiety and stress to help their performance. I do work with clients with those kind of issues. And in our today's world of organized activities for children, more and more of our youth participate in some form of sports. This can be as simple as playing on a very young soccer team all the way to Olympic level competition. More and more pressure is heaped on our youth to perform. You've probably seen news reports of parents screaming at coaches or even other players besides their own child, which is bad enough. But besides the parental pressure, athletes pressure themselves to be the best. While some pressure can help motivate a person to perform, too much of the wrong kind leads to an overly stressed and even a panicky athlete. It's pretty common for athletes to experience anxiety and panic attacks. In fact, the NCAA research has shown that almost 85% of certified athletic trainers believe that anxiety disorders are currently an issue with student athletes on their campus. That is a really high number, 85%. And as children participate in organized sports at a younger age than in the past, anxiety can begin as early as 6 years old. Why does it happen? And what does it look like in a young athlete? Well, the symptoms of anxiety are the same as for anyone else, and they can include some or all of the symptoms of shortness of breath, feeling of helplessness or hopelessness, the feelings of being overwhelmed, lack of focus, maybe an increased heart rate, sweating, trembling, fear. An athlete may feel fine in practice but be unable to perform in a competition. What causes this? Well, usually focusing on past or future events is what gets one stuck in those anxious feelings. With athletes, they may have had a bad fall. They may worry about letting their parents, themselves, or their team down. Student athletes have the added pressure of performing well not only in their sport, but academically. Most student athletes have extremely busy schedules. Not only do they have schoolwork, but family activities and practice schedules. Relationships with coaches can come into play as well. And it's been found that during adolescence, boys are more satisfied with their bodies while girls feel less satisfied. This feeling of dissatisfaction can lead girls to feel an additional pressure to be perfect. So besides the normal stresses of performance, girls have the added pressure, the added issue of body image to maneuver through. Now, a certain amount of worry about how you perform can be helpful in a competition. However, when this becomes a negative focus, imagining the worst outcome, the athlete can become trapped in a cycle of fear, and the thoughts can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. And how can you tell if your child is experiencing anxiety or maybe just misbehaving? Well, you might ask yourself, is this behavior different? Did they like their sport and now they don't want to participate? Is this typical for my child to act this way in uncomfortable situations? Did they like their sport and now they don't want to participate? I think I already said that one, but is your child behaving in a way that's difficult for them or in uncomfortable situations? Because playing on a team as a 5 or 6 year old and not wanting to always go to practice is a pretty normal behavior. Not wanting to or expressing fear of participating when you've invested many hours and years at the sport may mean it's no longer of interest or something else is going on. Usually having a conversation with your child to determine if something happened to cause the change might give you an answer. We all tend to avoid situations that feel unsafe or threatening or overwhelming. Reassurance from a parent or coach can go a long way towards easing common fears. Seeking information from the coach as well as other parents may let you know if other children are experiencing the same feelings, in which case there could be a situation that needs to be addressed. If you are questioning whether or not your child is in the right sport, you might begin noticing if they have developed a passion for it. Do they enjoy watching others in that sport? Do they talk about it or practice in off hours? At an early age in the sport, your child may have realized they just don't really enjoy the activity the way they thought they would. There is value in finding out what you don't like, just as discovering what activities you enjoy. Can hypnosis help? Yes, that's a resounding yes. And while many people imagine hypnosis to be an out-of-body experience as portrayed in the movies, that is not the case. Often with a young athlete, much of the change work is done in a conversational way, using techniques that help recode the way the brain perceives the problem. Being hypnotized is an easy, comfortable process. The hypnotist will help your child feel comfortable and relaxed. They'll more than likely hear everything that is said and may even wonder if it's working. It is. A hypnotist will teach a young client techniques to take with them in practice, giving them the tools to handle other stressors in life. Hypnosis will not only alleviate anxious thoughts and patterns, it can also allow that negative part to switch teams and begin working for the athlete rather than against them. Many athletes already use mental rehearsal to practice their moves. Our unconscious mind doesn't know the difference between real or imagined. So when we use the unconscious to practice and imagine positive, exciting future outcomes, the stage is set for experiences to play out in just that way. Turning anxiety into excitement, it allows athletes to fall in love with their sport all over again. Tiger Woods, Nolan Ryan, Jimmy Connors, and Phil Jackson, they're just a few of the famous athletes who have successfully used hypnosis to help them stay on top of their game. Athletics can add so much to a child's life, whether they play for fun or at an elite level. Using skills learned in hypnosis can give a child tools to use for a lifetime. Once again, I'm Toni Macri-Reiner with Indiana Hypnosis for Change.com.